next morning, during the short daily interval that was suffered to elapse between what was pleasantly called the dinner of Mr. Squeers's pupils and the return to the pursuit of useful knowledge, Nicholas was engaged in melancholy walk and brooded, listless saunter.
And Miss Price, who'd stayed the night with Miss Squeers, was being taken by a friend at least as far home as the second turning of the road.
It's him! Oh, Fannie, shall we turn back? He hasn't seen us yet. No, Tilda. It is my duty to go through with it, and so I shall.
Morning.
He's going. I shall faint.
Oh, Mr. Nickleby, come back!
No, I shall.
Oh, Mr. Nickleby!
What's the...
Just, please help!
Oh, dear. This foolish faintness.
Dear, you have no reason to feel shame. It's others who provoke it who should.
Oh, I understand. You're still resolved to fix it upon me, although I told you last night that it was not my fault.
There, he says it was not his fault. Perhaps you were too jealous or too hasty with him. He says it was not his fault. I think that is apology enough.
All right, Tilda, you convince me. I'll forgive him.
Oh, dear, this is more serious than I supposed. Allow me, please. May I speak? I am, sorry to have been the cause of any difference among you last night, and I reproach myself most bitterly for the dissension that occurred, although I assure you I did so most unwittingly and heedlessly.
Well, that's not all you have to say, surely.
No, it is not. This is a most awkward thing to say, as the very mention of such a supposition makes one look like a puppy, but still, may I inquire if the lady supposes that I entertain a sort of, does she think that I'm in love with her?
That's not Matilda, dear. Of course she does.
She does.
Of course.
And you may say, dear Tilda, that if Mr. Nickleby had doubt that, he may set his mind at rest. His sentiments are completely
Stop!
Double four.
This is the grossest and wildest delusion, the completest and most signal mistake that ever human being labored under or committed. I have scarcely seen the lady half a dozen times, but if I had seen her 60 times or 60,000 times, the answer would be and will be precisely the same. I have not one thought, wish, nor hope connected with her, unless it be, and I say this not to hurt her feelings, but to impress upon her the real strength of my own. Unless it be the one object dear to my heart as life itself, of one day being able to turn my back on this accursed place, never to set foot in it again or to think of it, even think of it, except with loathing and disgust. And with this particularly straightforward declaration, Nicholas bowed slightly and, waiting to hear no more, retreated.
But oh, poor Fannie, her anger, rage, and vexation are not to be described. Refused by a teacher, picked up an advertisement at an annual salary of £5, payable to indefinite periods, and this student present of a little chit of a miller's daughter of 18.
Who was going to be married to a man who had gone down on his very knees to ask her.
And it may be remarked that Miss Squeers was of the firm opinion that she was prepossessing and, beautiful. But as her father was, after all, master and Nicholas man, and her father had saved money and Nicholas had none, all of which seemed to her conclusive arguments why the young man should feel only too honored by her preference and all too grateful for her deep affection.
Sir, I pity you. You are right, Mama.
Right? What about?
About that Nookle boy.
You, sir.
Yes, ma'am?
You've been wanted in the classroom for 10 minutes.
Certainly.
Not through the house, sir. Round back way. Smite.